All right. What's going on, guys? It's Josh again. We got an options video today. I'm going to try to make this quick. I got to get going here. Interesting trading day. This actually happened today, and I'm going to post this today. I think there was a good learning lesson. I made up for it with some other plays afterwards, and I'm going to show those and some other plays. It was a pretty good week. But this play was interesting to me. I think there was learning lessons you guys could take out of it. I learned a little bit, but it was kind of heartbreaking. It happened. It had to do with AMD. Pretty much, it's the same thing. I don't know if you guys saw. Actually, if you see my one on Apple and Tesla, I've done this so many times where you guys see I'm putting in orders and I'm missing these trades where I'm getting very, very cheap, a couple cents. I'm not willing to take the trade and it's costing me. And now in this case, that was one of these situations and I learned from it as well too, but we'll go over it, kind of why I played it too. It was a pretty interesting intraday play, a day trade, but I'm sure some of you might have saw it. And again, I want you guys to see this paper trade, and this is a way you could paper trade too. If you guys are going to even day trade, looking at situations like these, you just got to be careful because, again, the reason why I messed up on it was just, the spreads and the volatility of options. So some of these trades and some of these chains, they could get really, really volatile sometimes. So you got to be careful. But essentially, what happened, I was going to buy these options. What happened here? Okay. So it was AMD was going down. Pretty much what happened, Intel came out with some news on this like new chip and stuff they're coming out with, and AMD started to drop off that news. And AMD's had a huge run up lately. A lot of people have been waiting for the drop, and this has kind of been like some news that could have taken it down, and it started selling off, and it started going down like heavy. So that's what led to this drop. It was a pretty big move. 5% is where it closed at, but I think it hit 7% at one point. And, pretty much people weren't expecting it. Some of the short term options were cheap, and that's what I saw. I was going through it, I was waiting, and what happened? I saw the $31 puts at 11.09. I saw them before that, and I wanted to get them. I finally was ready to commit, and this right here, this is my order screen. You guys see? Oh, not those. You guys saw those trades though. But you see this is telling you, I was actually trying to make a order. It says everything more order security. I canceled it because I put them in, and what happened? I put one in 40 at 63 limit. I didn't get filled. I pulled that a minute later. I put in another order at 65 cent limit. So pretty much, to give you an idea, this was a big trade. I wanted to make a quick flip on it. And as always, be careful options. I really don't recommend this if you don't know what you're doing and if you don't have experience. Consult with a financial advisor. That's a disclaimer for disclaimer's sake, but also is like for you personally, you just got to be careful. This is a big amount. 40 contracts at 65 bucks a pop, that's 2,600 bucks on one put. And, so we have an idea of that and what's going on there. But I missed out on it. And that was it. It went up. And eventually, at one point, those puts, here was the time I missed out. 11.10 is when I put them in those orders. And it was going from that, that 58 to 65 range. And then it just went up through there. It hit a high point of 180 at one point. So you put that into perspective, it was 180, 150. I probably would have sold around like 150, 160. But even then, we paid $2,600. If we sold them for 160 a pop and we had 40 of them, it's like 6,400. That's like 4,400 bucks profit. So that would have been nice. And I missed out on it. It was crazy, to think I put in the order in that, right before my eyes, to think, you could get a lot of serious FOMO, and I almost did. And, the next thing I did, though, as you see, though, I did play the strike above it. I saw them there, I had an opportunity. I said, well, fuck it. Those ones are going up. I want to get a decent amount of contracts still. I want to play this move. But at that point, I saw the contracts were getting expired, and this is where you guys could learn, not expired, but expensive. And what you guys could take away is how I still found a way to get in. I started scaling in, just because, I wanted it at that time. I knew it was a good time. I felt like I spotted early. I had the contracts way cheaper. They just started running up on me. And then, so I still saw the ones right above it, that other strike below it didn't really get affected as much yet. I put in an order and I ended up selling those. I made a decent profit. I bought them, I made like $300 off of them, and it sucks because even on that, I blew that one too because I bought the 30. Which one was it? The 3050s. I bought 10 of these, and you guys say I bought them at 1110. I sold them like at 1133. So I sold them like right around here at like 80 cents. And then boom, it shot up to like 150, and I had 10 of them. So I could have made probably double the profit. Again, I could have made a very good amount, but I blew that one again. All in all, I just took my couple $100 profit off that, walked away. A lot of heartache, but what I learned from it was, and why you guys will probably ask, a lot of people. It's funny because it's the same thing, and maybe this will make more sense. You guys have seen me trade, $50, $100 contracts, and people have asked, well, why didn't you just pay extra $5, $10 for the contract? And I said, in theory, in principle, I'm not going to spend an extra couple percentage points to get filled, and that's usually my issue. That's why when I cancel these orders, I don't like the spreads of these stocks or these options. And when you're putting an amount like $2,000, I don't want to lose like $200, $300 just off the spread alone. You're buying it in a high volatility moment. That's a great way to literally buy an option contract and in a couple minutes later be down 50% on a big amount like $2,000, $2,500. It's not really worth it. So kind of unfortunate, but you guys see that's what it is. What I learned from it, stick to my rules, and I had to kind of trust my gut a little bit more on those and just be a little bit quicker in making my decision. And I think that's something you guys will see. I got in at this at 11:09. I was starting, I was putting in big orders and making my cancels. You see when this happened, 11:09 is like right here. This is in 1 or 2 minutes of the news happening. So you guys got to be quick. I'm learning I need to be quicker, especially with the options. I needed to find another way. And I think on the other one, I should have free bands it like I showed you guys in that other video. I sold out great on both of those free band plays. I should have just got free options, held them. In this case, I just sold out. I wanted to get out of the play. I was kind of frustrated after when that happened, but again, you guys got to be quick. I got to be quick. But I did, I feel good that I did kind of stick to my rule. It sucks to see an option go up like that. But whenever, if I didn't want to buy it at that price and I felt it was too expensive and I exposed myself to too much risk, I don't really want to take it, So that's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. I'll leave it there. If you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notifications, drop a like, give me a comment, and let me know your feedback. Let me know what you guys are looking at for this next week. I think it's going to be interesting, and I'm very excited. I got a few more videos to share with you. So stay tuned. Love you guys. Peace out.